Welcome to Back to School Night, our first ever virtual Back to School night. Thank you for joining us and learning more about our school. Your teacher is also going to be providing a video for you so that you can learn more specifics about the classroom. My presentation tonight is going to be more about our school. So Sporting Hill Elementary School, 2020, 2021, we made it. And I am so glad that all of you are here. So I want to just start by introducing some important people in our school. We have Mrs. Emmerich, and she's the principal secretary. She's at the front of the office, and then Mrs. Hennessy is our building secretary. They can answer any questions you have. Although we're limiting the number of guests that come into the building, you can call our school and they would be more than willing to help you. We have Mrs. Simon, who's our school nurse. Ms. Mackin is our school counselor, and we're still in the process of hiring a school psychologist. So all of these people are great resources. Reach out to them and they can help you in any way that you may need. So I wanted to just go over a day in the life of a bulldog. What does our day look like? What does your student day look like as we are coming to school, here at school, and dismissing? So we start our day off at home with the kids waking up, and they can have breakfast at school or they can eat breakfast at home. We're asking that before you bring them to school or let them go on the school bus, that you perform a daily wellness check with your child. Do they have a fever? If so, they should stay home. And if any of these flu-like symptoms that are listed here, please keep your child home so that we don't spread COVID here at school, or even some of the, stomach flus that we just don't want to be spread around school. If you have any questions about whether you should send your child to school or not, please call the office. But it's always important to err on the side of caution by keeping them at home. Look, we want to keep our school open as long as we can this fall. So please make sure that you're following these guidelines and doing a daily well check with your child every day before you put them on the bus or drive them to school. Make sure in their backpack that that your child has a water bottle. We have drinking fountains where the kids can refill their water bottles, but our drinking fountains are turned off. So they can refill their water bottles. If you just send in refillable water bottles, that would be great. And at least 2 masks. Our daily hours have changed this year, so we're operating 8:40 a.m. is when the tardy bell rings, and 2:50 is when bus dismissal starts. We've been starting car dismissal around 2:40 to get in the routine of what the new procedures for car dismissal will look like. More to come on that in just a minute. So arriving at school, your child can either take the bus or you could drive them. And it's been no problem with these first 2 days with you following the pattern that's outlined here on this map. So thank you for staying in line, for being patient, and for following the procedures for dropping off your child. When your child comes into school, they can eat breakfast, like I said here, but we have a lot of established rules, guidelines, and expectations for our students. So one of them is in the hallways. Our hallways now are one directional, and I can tell you that this is more difficult for the adults than it is for the children. I've actually seen children correcting each other and saying, "You're walking the wrong way," and they'll turn around and walk the other way. So it's really to keep down on cross kids walking past each other, and you know, we're just walking one way and keeping the germs localized. So one other strategy that we're doing is in the classrooms, we're still doing our academics. We're doing morning meeting, math, ELA, English language arts, social studies. We do have videos that our teachers made over the summer that are being showed with our virtual school, and we are also using those videos here at school to enhance the learning that's taking place every day. It really reinforces what the teachers are teaching on a daily basis. And then we have Imagine Learning during that time, which is a program for math and literacy that you'll be hearing about from your classroom teacher. Recess, we're going out to recess. It is great to see the kids out playing with each other, and we're keeping classes together at recess. So we have 6 zones at recess, and the classrooms are rotating the zones every day to keep the areas that they're playing in more interesting. They have balls that they're able to take and use, and we have a cleaning system for the balls that they use at recess. They are coming up with games and interesting activities to play on their own, where, you know, we really didn't see that a lot last year. So it's exciting to see them working together, playing together, and creating new games that they probably wouldn't have ever played before. When the kids come in from recess, which is a 30-minute recess, then we have a supervised hand washing where the kids have 10 minutes. They're washing their hands and getting ready for lunch. If they need to use the restroom, that would be a time for them to use the restroom. And then we have our lunch. Lunch is actually another thing that the kids are loving. Actually, the adults are too, because we've had to spread out our classes. A class comes every 5 minutes into the cafeteria. This is 2 classes are in the cafeteria. So only 2 classes can eat in the cafeteria. So we had to use the gymnasium for eating also. The kids need to be 6 feet apart while they're eating because they have their masks off. So we have tables set up in the gymnasium, and it's spread out. There's fewer kids together at once than we've had in many years. So the kids say, "Oh, it's so quiet in here, and we can actually hear each other, and I'm not getting a headache from having so many kids in the cafeteria at once." So there's so many pluses about what has been going on with COVID that we're just embracing, and it really has been a great experience to get the kids in and to see them reacting to our new procedures and policies. Our vision that we have at Sporting Hill is learning to be a better version of me. This is something that we teach all of our students, and we work it into everything that we do, from academics to social and emotional learning, behaviors, and just being good friends. You know, if you make a mistake, let's learn to be a better version of yourself, because we all make mistakes. Learn from that mistake and then change your behavior. So it's something that you will be hearing about, learning to be a better version of me. We also have school-wide expectations for bully prevention. I think these are very important. So every year it's important for me to read these to you. So our bully prevention rules are: we will not bully others. We will try to help students who are bullied. We will try to include students who are left out. If we know that someone is being bullied, we will tell an adult. One thing I want to just make clear is that bullying is these three things. It's aggressive, it's an imbalance of power, and it's repetitive. So sometimes kids come to me and say, that girl's bullying me, she called me a name. So she called her a name one time, and so I go through the steps. We still deal with the behavior because it's not okay, but that's teasing, not bullying. So we really like to teach the kids the right vocabulary around bullying. Now, dismissal has been quite interesting, and we've had 2 days of it, and it's been a great success. So what you can do for dismissal is your child can ride the bus, or you can pick up your child after school. If you choose to pick up your child every once in a while, you will need to let us know. We need to know that your child is being picked up every day or just sporadically, just because we need to know how they're getting home. So the sporadic, every once in a while, pick up your child, you would go and fill out this tiny URL, SPH, sign in and out, pickup. This form is for if you're picking up your child at the end of the day, if you're picking up your child before 2:40 in the afternoon when we dismiss, or 2:50, or if you're bringing your child in late. So that, if some of you are familiar with our office, that used to be the pink sheet that was always on the counter. We now have this form that you can fill out. In addition, you can, if you're going to be picking up your child every day, we need to know that. So if you could fill out the permanent parent pickup form, and that is tinyurl.com /SPH permanent pickup. So one of those two, if you're going to be picking up your child, need to be filled out. The reason they need to be filled out is so that we will know that your child is being picked up by you. We will bring them to the cafeteria so that they're ready for when you're in line. If we don't know that you're picking them up, then they will more than likely be put on the bus, and we don't want that to happen. So then we have cards. When you're picking up your child, you drive into Sporting Hill and you get in line. We have a card that you're going to use your phone. All you do is with your phone, go into the camera and scan a picture of this QR code. I put this S for Sporting Hill on here just so it's not going to scan, but you would scan this when you are in line. So now, remember, we know you're picking them up because you filled out one of those forms. Your kids are in the cafeteria waiting for you. When you fill out this QR code, we're going to put them in line in the cafeteria so that we can get the kids to your car as quickly as possible, so you won't be in line as long. So if I have the first 6 people who have filled out this QR code once they get in line, I have the spreadsheet, which is time populated. It's populated by the time it's filled out. And I know the first six people are the first 6 people in line, so that I can have the kids ready and walk them to the cars as soon as it is safe. So we're just really asking that you follow these procedures. I know it's different, and I know it just seems like a lot of forms to fill out. This one, when you fill out the parent pickup card form, It's pre-populated. I think all you have to do is put your name and that, yes, you are in line. On the back of this card are the directions for what I just explained. So let me just go over it just one more time. If your child's on the permanent pickup list, you're going to skip down to number 3 because you've already let us know that you're picking them up. If you're picking up your child and they're not on the permanent pickup list, please make sure you fill out this student pickup form. It's here, or it's that one that is SPH, sign in out pickup form. It was posted here, and I've also been sending it in this form. You need to fill that out so that we know you're here to pick up you're going to be picking up your child, and we're going to bring them to the cafeteria so they're ready for you and so they don't get on the bus. When you get in line at Sporting Hill, you put your car in park, you're here in line waiting for your child, please scan this card right here. Scan this QR code. The way you scan it is open your camera app and just put your phone over the QR code. It will automatically say to open the form. Then you're going to fill out the form so that I know you're in line, and we'll get your kids ready. And then we'll just bring your child to you as you move up in the line. We really appreciate you following these procedures, and it really will help make the dismissal process not only safe, easier, but hopefully a lot more quick too. So the last, one of the other things I wanted to go over is we're really limiting the number of visitors in our school. We're actually not allowing many visitors except for people who work within our organization. So if you are coming in to pick up your child early or to drop them off late, you need to fill in this SPH sign in out pickup form. It's the same form I was just talking about. The QR code's here. Again, open your camera app, just put it over that QR code, and it will, the form will come up, or you can type in this here, and then you are going to fill out that form, and then we will let you into the office, or your child into the office if you're picking them up late, dropping them off early. If you're picking them up early, sorry, I said that wrong. If you're bringing your child to school after 8:40, you'll fill out the form, and then we'll let them in and get them to class. If you're picking them up from school early before 2:50, you'll fill out this form. You can do that anytime that day, first thing in the morning, anytime. We also have an iPad set up in our lobby where you can fill out the form too. And then if you're picking up at the end of the day, like I just explained, you would fill that form out too. Whew, it's a lot, I know. So Mrs. Simon, of course, is very going to be very busy this year, and we would appreciate that you follow some of the procedures. Again, if you have questions, please give Mrs. Simon a call at school. But we like our medication to be in the original bottle, or it must be in the original bottle, with parent permission for all the medications, and you need to also get a signature from your care provider so that we know we can give out the medicine. Just make sure, one of the things you're going to hear a lot about this year is Skyward. We need your information in Skyward to be up to date. So go into Skyward, make sure everything's up to date, because those are the numbers we're going to be calling if your child is sick. Also, if your email's up to date, you'll be getting emails from me or from your teacher that corresponds with that email. Excuse me. So our attendance, last thing is, we just need notes whenever your child is out sick. So if you could send an email to your teacher, to our office staff, a handwritten note you can send in. One of the easiest and best ways is to go on to Skyward, I think, and there's a tile that says electronic absence note. So you can go in there, fill out that absence note, and then you don't have to send in paper. And you know, we're being cautious about the cross-contamination, so filling out the electronic absence note in Skyward would be the best option. But we'll take a handwritten note too. I want to just direct your attention to the parents section in our CV, on our CV website, where parents, there's some hyperlinks here that you would frequently use, because that communication part is so important. Again, we're going to be communicating with the numbers and the email addresses that we have in Skyward. Use our school website for information that you need. Of course, like I said, give us a call if you have any questions. We are on Twitter at Sporting Hill Bulldogs, and on Facebook is Sporting Hill Elementary School, where it's at Sporting Hill Bulldogs also. Thank you for taking the time to listen to some of our new rules and expectations. Thank you for trusting us to take care of your children while they are here. We at Cumberland Valley have really set up a lot of expectations to keep our students safe. And I, along with all of our other staff, are honored that you are trusting your child with us. And we are doing the best we can to not only educate them, keep them safe, but develop them into amazing human beings. Thank you. Have a good evening, and we'll talk soon. Bye-bye.